Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of The Metal Voice, and today we're reviewing the brand new release of Fate's Warning called
Theories of Flight. Hey, you like my new shirt here?
Yeah, that's a really nice shirt.
Dexter Ward. Big thanks to Dexter Ward. Metal rights, metal rights.
There you
All
go.
right. Theories of Flight, the new Fate's Warning. So what'd you think, Al? What'd you think?
You're asking me the impossible here. We got the album a couple of days ago. Fate's Warning is not a band that you can just listen on one shot and say, hey, oh yes, go, good, great, 9 out of 10, whatever. You got to live with it. You got to breathe with it. You got to kind of
like a wine.
It's Fate's Warning. What did you think of the album, Jim?
You know, Alan, I thought I really enjoyed it. I'm not even a Fate's Warning fan, I tell you. Everybody said, get parallels, you got to get parallels. I get parallels, I don't know, man. I listened to it once, thought it was good.
Listen to it
once, twice.
Maybe twice.
And you know, it's collecting dust. I mean, it's boring. And I don't want to insult anybody out there, but I think, you know, it's not as great as an album that everybody says it is. And now, I mean, we'll talk about the Ray Alder period, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about here.
I mean, you know, Jim,
not the John Arch era. We're talking about Ray Alder. This album, I would say, and as you asked me the question, so I'm answering your question that you asked me. This is probably their best album I've yet to hear. I mean, this is their best album. I've heard the whole catalog. I think this is their best album.
You've heard the whole catalog?
I've heard the whole catalog.
Way to go, Jim. But you're not a fan, but you heard the whole catalog.
I'm not. No. Over the years, I've been listening to their catalog.
That's great.
And you know, it's moody, it's melodic, it's dynamic, atmospheric, and the singer Ray is probably his best performance out of all the albums he's ever done.
Wow.
Yes, wow. Big wow.
You're talking to a guy, Jim, that was there at the beginning with Night on Brocken.
Yep. With
that terrible album cover, The Burning Witch. That was the John Arch era, going into the Spectre Within.
Yeah. And
the three that they made with him, I mean, you know, John Arch and all the time changes, kind of Maiden-esque, the first album, then they kind of get their progress feel. You know, they were forerunners to Dream Theater, as far as I'm concerned. We had that discussion on previous shows about Fate's Warning. They kind of lost me during the Ray Alder first couple of albums. And then with the Mechanical Resonance, when Matthias and Arch released that album, which I've described as pure genius on previous shows, kind of got me back into the back catalog, like you were saying about Ray Alder years. When it comes to this album, again, you know, Fate's Warning, you got to listen 2, 3, 4. It's like Dream Theater. You can't just listen to one single. Oh, great, yay or nay. Yep. For me, it goes back to the FX period. Pleasant Shade of Grey period, kind of, you know, it's a mellow album. I find it's a mellow album, not as much variation as the last album, but it's Fate's Warning, right? It's what they do well, the musicianship, Ray Alder, his voice, I mean, there's nothing negative about it.
The album, the band, I mean, the Joey Vera, right, from Armored Saint, Bobby Jar, I'm not going to butcher his name, Jarzambek, right? Yeah, from Halford and Riot, and I mean, you know, these guys are
top musicians.
These are beasts of musicians.
I agree wholeheartedly. You know, I think they were talking about might even had enough material to do 2 albums. Mm-hmm. I'm anxious to see them on tour. That would be great if they came to Canada. Yeah. But again, for myself, Jim, it's not their greatest, not their worst. It kind of falls into that middle period that we had in the years, late 90s and the early 2000s. So,
to me, it reminds me a lot of Inside Out, very melodic. I mean, it's not, I find it very atmospheric, you know, like Dream Theater is sort of like, you know, they're always going off on solos here and there, with the exception of the last album. But this album is very moody, and I would say this is a prog album. Is it a masterpiece? No. But it's a very good album, and I would definitely put this somewhere between 8.6, 8.7 out of 10. I've heard it multiple times, and it is contagious the more times you listen to it. I think Ray Alder, he does a phenomenal job, an excellent job.
He's always done a phenomenal job.
Especially on this album. I think the lyrics and the voice and the vocal lines and the melody just blend together so well. Not only will they appeal to the hardcore Fate's Warning fans, but it'll also appeal to people who haven't really caught on to Fate's Warning yet.
Standout tracks? Any standout tracks?
Oh yeah, The Ghost of Home. And the reason why I love this track, it's like a 10-minute or 10-minute plus song. It's got keyboards, and I think that's what it misses, this album. It needed a little more keyboards. 7 Stars, SOS, The Light in the Shades of Things, and White Flag. Killer tracks. Check it out. Go to their website. Pick it up. I think it's out now. That's Theories of Flight, Fates Warning, new album. Catch you next time on The Metal Voice. www.themetalvoice.com. New website. Check it out.